I found works for me is just having something that if the second they see me in that outfit or me, they're gonna be like, I've seen this person before. I actually never even show my eyes at this point because I'm always wearing glasses in all of my videos because I think people recognize me as the person with glasses. It's funny, even when I go out and I meet people in real life, if I'm not wearing my glasses, they don't get recognized, but if I am, I do get recognized. So, but I think that that's part of what makes a skit iconic, and I think that adds to the virality of it as well. And I think the more, if it does go viral or if people see that again and they're like, oh, I like that the first time, when we watch this next part of your series. So to build a successful series, having something that's iconic to that series, or having something that immediately people know, oh, I know what I'm gonna get when I watch this. And
hey y'all, this is TikTok class.
I like to use the native in TikTok text, like POV.
I don't even know if this is allowed.
I don't know why, but I find that POV and then having 2 lines of text for some reason helps me, because I feel like they have to take that second to read it, and then by the time they read it, I've already said my hook,
We're
and
in
then
class.
maybe you're already hooked in. So I think that some things like that help you in terms of keeping people to watch
This is
you
live,
for just
yeah.
a little bit longer.
What kind of class? It's TikTok class. They're talking about like how to tell a story.
My answer out of my mouth.
Very bestie.
But in like the best way. Like, it's so funny because I had not.
You guys told me to stream it.
What, 8 months into my TikTok journey.
Hello, not Sunny Roblox.
Much parallel content at the time, but they had never shown up on my For You page, and vice versa. And similarly, so for my uncle character, the only thing I could use.
Please, you guys help me get through this.
Of other characters that I had.
I accidentally I signed up for a TikTok class, and this is it.
Run to grab the
I have to sit through it now.
Grab the sunglasses anytime I left.
You guys, this is.
It was just a part of the person.
This is 4 weeks long.
And I think what I wanted to.
This is the first class.
Say about that was.
You know this guy, BB?
Coming from a background where theater wasn't a part of my background, I didn't have anything.
He's Asian Chip Skylark.
Off of props, costumes, anything like that. I just had to wing it.
Yeah, he's funny.
What I will say is, you don't need to spend any sort of like astounding amount of money on props, costumes. You don't.
Low budget TikToks.
That, unless if you want to, that's totally cool. And
you guys watch this if you want to get TikTok famous.
But I literally just grab things from my closet, grab things from my own home, and you could really make do and tell a story with what you have.
You thought Ruby was
kind of just goes to show that a pair of
Ruby, okay, Ruby works for TikTok.
As simple as that might be able to really
wait, can you guys hear me?
The character that you're trying to portray, and especially if you are
guys can hear me, right?
Trying to create a series, I would really highly recommend you try to build your character with something that you own. I think that's really cool.
Today we're learning about TikTok math and rating.
Audience, hey, I know what I'm about to watch. I know the story.
This is TikTok class, you guys. Hello, Princess Kai.
Something so simple on as a pair of glasses,
They're talking about like costumes and characters.
Be overwhelmed or like not do any props or costumes just because you're not wanting to spend any money. Like, you can just look within your home.
I was gonna go live after this was over, but you guys wanted me to stream this.
Yeah, and coming from the non-sketch side, I also see that ways to insert subtle consistency in your videos lets the people
because I want to be a better TikToker
from you kind of stop.
I signed up because I wanted to be a better TikToker.
You and your work. So I stole a book from Binging with Babish.
She stole content.
The exact same outfit. I only wear the same 2 to 3 outfits in all of my videos. I film in all the same places. So while I'm not using props specifically because I'm not doing sketches and I'm not creating a character, I do try to create.
This was your guys' idea. Now you have to sit through it with me.
So people are like, oh, this is Justine. I'm gonna get a food recipe video out of this if I watch it all the way through.
Love that. Just one more thing about the character. Also, for on the creator side, I think this also helps me get into the character of what I am going to make. If any of you guys have some kind of like theater background or something, I sure don't. I don't, like Austin said. But for me, for some reason, putting on that prop gets me in the mindset of what I need to create. So I think psychologically it also helps, which I just wanted to add.
Hello, Pineapple Mango.
That's great.
This is real. Okay, TikTok's a job, y'all.
Touch on where I wanted.
This
to
is
go
serious.
next,
You want to be a TikToker? You gotta pay attention.
And a hook for anyone who hasn't heard that term before is really like
a hook.
the
take notes. Where's my piece of paper?
Information usually shared or shown at the top of the video that really keeps the user from scrolling away from your video.
You guys want to be YouTubers, content creators, you gotta pay attention.
For their input on several questions, I wanted to throw on this slide some thought starters from the TikTok team when it comes to hooks. These are by no means like earth-shattering tips, but we know here on our side that videos utilizing these techniques or similar techniques tend to have more views and a longer watch time on our platform. So things like starting with
my mom watches TikTok nonstop. Oh my gosh.
Question,
I barely watch TikTok.
Setting the scene by describing the environment physically or emotionally. Starting with a funny moment or a blooper, or starting with an interesting fact or a question.
Hey, music lovers, I do remember you.
To consider.
Thanks for coming to my alt stream
video. I'm curious though for Hina, Austin, and Justine. First, do you use hooks in your content? And if you do,
I regret streaming this.
Why? And if you do,
I blame you guys.
Viewers with your content. And I'll throw it to whoever wants to go first.
I can start.
Craft a strong hook, a sentence that puzzles or raises questions in the description of the environment.
Oh, interesting. My second best
interesting fact
at the front of my video. I never put all my tricks in the beginning. I put my second best joke so they trust that I'm funny. And then I keep going, let it go. And then I'll tell my best joke around like the 30-second mark. If it's a 1-minute video, I tell about halfway.
They're like basically talking about how to make a TikTok.
Iconic sign off that I do of every video of that series. And so that's kind of my
dude method. There's a lot that goes into making videos.
In terms of hooks, they're important.
It's like a science.
My videos, because I think a lot of my
this is valuable insider information.
So I want to tell people I'm going to do something different in this video.
This is a class for real. Y'all are getting free education.
Series, so if they see the same character in the same setting, I don't want them to get bored of it. So I have to hit them with a zinger right away. But I do think that for the most part, if I'm creating something that's not a skit, I do not go for a hook.
Honestly, I might end stream.
But even in my
I might end stream and come back when this is done.
Something at the beginning of it. That's kind of what I do in every.
Is this what Charlie D'Amelio watches? No, she just gets her parents to buy her views on TikTok.
Like, right before all the signs are in the same video, I say something like my credentials are, and then
but all poor people like
funny to say in the very
all
beginning.
All us poor people have to like actually work for our views.
People in, so people are gonna trust my opinion. But yeah, hooks don't work for everybody, and I think a lot of people
did this class cost money?
Really
No.
Stressed out about starting to film a video because they don't know how to start. They're like, oh, how do I?
Give me a good job.
How do I even get this thing rolling? And I think what helps me is I film in app for all of the green screen videos that I use, and I just say a bunch of one-liners. I never say a full thing. I never tell a whole story. It's just fragmented thoughts. And I just hit record for a couple seconds, see what I say, hit record until I fill up a whole 3-minute video. And then I go through and I watch it. And then I put my funniest joke in the beginning and I just drag it around and I create a story out of the 3 minutes that I filled. And that was really helpful
Ketchup
to me
sitting
when I
in
first
for
started
me.
and I discovered I could do that. And if I don't like anything, I could just refilm it because in app you can edit like that. And it's super easy, super simple. That really helped me a lot in order to construct my video in a way that I thought was going to get the most.
If you tap follow on Charlie D'Amelio's account and a bunch of other people follow you. I used to do that for like my very first TikTok account. I would follow like the biggest
what about
people
you, Austin,
to like get followers.
Any tips on hooks, or we can keep moving?
Let's keep
no,
moving.
I think this is funny because we all
when we done, I might end stream and come back, you guys. This is so boring.
And then I went back and I thought about it, and I do.
I'll come back at my normal time. Is that okay?
I thought about them as overt hooks.
Because I'm streaming early.
I have now categorized as.
This is earlier than what I thought. Yeah, I'm gonna end. So we'll come back at 6 and play like actual games because like this is so boring. I'm like dying of boredom.
To make my recipe. So when I come in with a hard
so
hook,
we'll be back at 6, you guys.
Visual of a food.
Please,
really
no,
dynamic,
no, you guys are bored.
Really
I could tell you guys are bored. People are leaving because it's boring. It's so boring.
And that's when I'm knowing that I need something right at the beginning to make somebody want to watch until the end.
Okay, I'll see you guys later.
That is usually
okay, bye.
I'm not telling a story, so that's why I was like, oh, I don't know if I utilize hooks